The San Francisco 49ers will have one of the most interesting and complicated quarterback situations soon enough, and there are many options, so why not talk about them? What is up, guys? Ativ here, and in this video I'll be talking about the very interesting yet complicated 49ers quarterback situation. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Oh, and by the way, I do want to mention, I am a San Francisco 49ers fan, so there might be a bit of rage when talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. And when talking about the 49ers, I might say us or we. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Now, of course, Jimmy Garoppolo is the San Francisco 49ers starting quarterback currently, and he had 27 touchdowns to 13 receptions and 3,978 yards, I believe, last season. And he had a 13-3 record. So, those are some great numbers, right? And then when you watched him, there were some game-winning drives he had. But in the Super Bowl, he definitely choked in the last 6 minutes. Boy, oh boy, were those hard to watch. He could barely get a first down to save his life. And the 49ers ended up losing. Now, with the 4 options I'm going to tell you, hopefully, if they ever take us to the Super Bowl, they won't do that. So, now I will tell you the 4 options. There is Aaron Rodgers, Matt Stafford, a player from the 2021 NFL Draft, or Deshaun Watson. And these are some solid options. So, without further ado, let's talk about them in order. Now, the first person I said was Aaron Rodgers. He's Aaron Rodgers. What really is there to say? He had to put, 48 touchdowns or something like that this season, and I'm pretty sure he had the highest rating ever in a season by a quarterback. So that's absolutely insane. And, he's Aaron Rodgers. He hasn't had amazing playoff success off late, but he has won a Super Bowl in his career, and hopefully he can win a second, maybe even a third if he can win 2 with the Niners. Then the second option is Matt Stafford. Now, Matt Stafford, he said, oh, and by the way, I forgot to say this. Aaron Rodgers did say after the Packers game that he's unclear on what his future looks like with the Packers, but then on the Pat McAfee show, he just contradicted himself and said he has no plans of leaving. So I'm not sure. Hopefully he does have plans of leaving and coming to the 49ers. But then we have Matt Stafford. Now, Matt Stafford, he's already requested a trade from the Lions dumpster fire over there. And hey, hopefully he wants the Niners. Who doesn't want the Niners? They're the best team in the league, if you know what I mean. But, I hope that Matt Stafford does come to the Niners. I think that he is better than Jimmy Garoppolo. And yes, he is very expensive, but Jimmy Garoppolo is already expensive, so we're used to that, and he's better. I think that he hasn't really gotten the chance to be clutch considering the Lions are always down big, although he did have that game winner against the Falcons, and he drove down the field in that. But Matt Stafford, I heard Aaron Rodgers talking about Matt Stafford on the Pat McAfee show, and he said that Matt Stafford makes throws that always fly under the radar because he's on the Lions. But if he goes to the Niners, maybe everyone will see how good he is. And then, everyone already knows that Matt Stafford's a great quarterback. He's one of the only bright spots on that team. But then we have the 2021 NFL Draft player from there. I think that the most likely player that the Niners can get is Mac Jones. He obviously had a great game versus Ohio State, and that defense, which is a pretty good defense, demolished them. Mainly Devontae Smith. I'll give credit to him mostly. But Mac Jones, he had a great season nonetheless. His completion percentage was off the charts. And I'm pretty sure he led the NCAAF in passing yards as well. So that's great to hear. Hopefully he can be a young stud if the Niners get him. But if they don't get a quarterback from the draft, then there's Deshaun Watson. And Deshaun Watson is honestly my favorite option out of all the people I listed, or all the things I listed, I should say. Deshaun Watson, he's the youngest, I'm pretty sure. And, he literally came off having the best season of his career with who to throw to. And, he just requested a trade earlier today, so, hey, he finally made it official that he wants to leave. And, look, the thing is, Deshaun Watson, he's done amazing things with not a lot of talent. He had DeAndre Hopkins in one season, in a couple of seasons, and he had great seasons there. But this season he had his best season, and Brandon Cooks and Will Fuller. Will Fuller was out for half the season because he got suspended, and then you have Brandon Cooks, he put up some pretty solid numbers, but none of them are top 10 receivers. Let's be real here. Brandon Cooks is a bit underrated, but he's not the greatest receiver. And then you have Will Fuller, who was having a great season until he got suspended. So no one knows if he was actually that good or not because of the reason he got suspended. And Deshaun Watson, he's super young, super talented, absolutely amazing quarterback, top 5 in my opinion. I feel like he could win an MVP if he comes to the Niners just because he'll have way more talent. I mean, he'll have George Kittle to throw to, Deebo Samuel, all those options. I think that Deshaun Watson will definitely win the Niners more than one Super Bowl, honestly. So Deshaun Watson's my favorite option. And yes, he is $13 million more, but I think that he's even better than twice as much as Jimmy Garoppolo. So he'll definitely be worth it. We might have to give up some players like Kenny Bourne, which will be sad, but at the end of the day, it's Deshaun Watson. But yeah, that'll be the end of this video. I just want to talk about that, and I mean, hopefully the Niners can get a better quarterback than they have right now, because if they do, then I'm almost 100% sure that we can win a Super Bowl. But yeah, thank you for watching. Now, see you next time. Bye.